Tonight, I'm not coming to you with urgency. I'm not rushing this moment. I'm simply arriving, God. You already know how this day unfolded. The parts I handled well, and the parts that quietly drained me. Some moments passed without a second thought. Others stayed with me longer than I wanted. And now, in the stillness, everything I pushed aside begins to surface. So I pause here, not because I have everything figured out, but because I don't come to you tonight out of routine. I come because my heart needs somewhere safe to rest. God, thank you for walking with me today, through conversations I didn't expect, through responsibilities I carried quietly, through moments where I felt strong, and moments where I didn't. Even when I wasn't aware of you, you were there. You stayed when I felt tired. You stayed when my patience ran thin. You stayed when I smiled on the outside but felt unsettled within. And now, as the noise of the day fades, I finally notice how much I've been holding. My body lies down, but my mind doesn't know how to follow. Thoughts begin to move on their own, replaying words, revisiting decisions, imagining outcomes that haven't happened yet. I try to slow myself down, but the quiet only makes the noise inside more obvious. God, some nights I wish rest came easily, the way it seems to for everyone else. I wish I could turn my thoughts off, the way I turn off the lights, but instead, my mind flickers, my heart feels restless, and I lie awake feeling tired before sleep even begins. And sometimes, that makes me feel weak, like I should have learned by now how to be calmer, how to be steadier, how to handle life without feeling so much. But God, I know you're not disappointed in me. You don't look at my racing thoughts and sigh in frustration. You don't pull away because I haven't figured it out. You understand what it means to be human, to carry pressure silently, to hold things together all day and finally feel them at night. So tonight, I stop pretending I'm stronger than I am. I don't organize my feelings before bringing them to you. I don't filter my thoughts to sound faithful. I just let you see me exactly as I am in this moment. God, come close now. Not with answers, not with explanations, but with presence. Let me feel that you are near, not as a distant belief, but as quiet reassurance. Fill this room with your peace, not the kind that depends on everything being calm around me, but the kind that settles inside me even when my thoughts are still moving. Let it reach places I can't explain, places words don't quite touch tonight. I'm not asking you to fix tomorrow. I'm asking you to sit with me tonight, to remind me that I'm not alone with my thoughts, that I'm not carrying life by myself, that even in this quiet room, I am held. Stay with me here, as the night deepens, as my breathing slows, as my heart begins to soften. I'm here, God, and I'm listening. God, now that I've stopped running, now that I've allowed myself to be still, I begin to notice how heavy this day really was. Not always in obvious ways, not always through big moments, but through small pressures that piled up quietly, expectations I placed on myself, things I felt responsible to fix, outcomes I tried to control. I carried them without realizing it, until my body grew tired, and my mind refused to rest. So tonight, I bring those things to you, not neatly, not in perfect order. Just as they are, God, I give you the thoughts that keep looping, the ones that don't seem to have an ending, the conversations that replay when the room goes quiet, the decisions I second guess, the worries about tomorrow that arrive too early. I place them in your hands, not because I suddenly understand them, but because I trust you more than my need to manage everything. Help my body catch up with this surrender. Let my shoulders slowly relax. Let the tightness in my chest begin to ease. Let my breathing deepen without effort. With every breath out, I release something I was never meant to hold. God, take the pressure I put on myself to be strong, to perform well, to have answers, to keep everything together. I realize now, you never asked me to live that way. You don't measure my worth by how well I handle stress. You don't expect me to carry burdens alone. You offer to carry them with me. So tonight, I begin to loosen my grip. I release the fear of not being enough, the fear of disappointing others, the fear of falling behind. I release the quiet belief that rest must be earned, that peace only comes after everything is finished. God, you don't push tired hearts away. You don't shame weakness. You don't rush healing. You draw close. And in that closeness, I feel permission to stop striving. I stop rehearsing worst-case scenarios. I stop bracing myself for what hasn't happened. I stop holding my breath. I let my soul exhale. There is a softness in this moment. Not because life suddenly feels easy, but because I'm no longer alone in it. God, I give you what drains me. The unfinished tasks, the uncertain tomorrows, the outcomes I cannot predict. I give you the emotions I didn't have time to feel today, the sadness I brushed past, the frustration I swallowed, the fatigue I ignored. I don't have to name everything perfectly. You already know, and you receive it without judgment. So I rest here in this quiet exchange, where I stop carrying and you begin holding. Stay with me, God, as my body grows heavier, as my thoughts slow, as the night deepens. Carry what I cannot, guard what feels fragile, and keep my heart in your care. God, now that the noise has softened, now that I'm no longer holding everything so tightly, I welcome your peace to settle in. Not the kind of peace that depends on perfect silence, not the kind that disappears when a thought returns, but the kind that stays steady, gentle, present. Speak to my heart quietly, without urgency, without pressure. Remind me that right now, in this moment, I am safe, that nothing unfinished tonight is forgotten by you, that nothing uncertain is outside your care. While I rest, you remain awake. Your word invites me to be still, to remember who you are, and to trust that you are near. So I allow myself to be still. I don't need to understand everything. I don't need to solve what tomorrow will bring. I only need to remember that you are with me. You promise peace to those who place their trust in you, not because they feel strong, but because they choose to lean on you. So tonight, even if my trust feels small, I place it gently in your hands, Jesus. You spoke of a peace the world cannot give, a peace that doesn't fade when the lights go out, a peace that doesn't depend on circumstances, a peace that remains. I receive that peace now, like a soft covering over my thoughts, like warmth settling through my body, If my mind wanders, I bring it back to you. If sleep takes time, I rest anyway, because I am not alone in this night. You lead me beside still waters, you restore my soul, and if I wake in the quiet hours, I will not rush to worry. I will remember your nearness. I will breathe slowly. I will rest in your care. Nothing can separate me from your love. So now, as this day comes to a gentle close, I place myself fully in your hands. I don't need answers before I sleep. I don't need everything to make sense. I lay down knowing you are watching, guarding, holding. Let your peace be the last thing I feel tonight. Let it move through every restless space, through every tired thought, through every quiet fear. Carry me gently into rest. And when morning comes, let me rise with a calm strength, not because life is perfect, but because you are present. Thank you for being my peace when my thoughts would not slow. Thank you for staying with me through the night. I rest in you now. Amen.